Hello, I'm Ria. I'm here in my library. I'm a U.S. physician and I invest in real estate. Today we're going to continue in the book Real Estate Riches by Dolph DeRoos. Question 4. You bought $100,000 worth of stock with $100,000 cash that you have that was worth $100,000 worth of stock the moment you bought it. Now over time it has doubled in value, so it becomes $200,000. What must you do to enjoy some of the increased value? The answer would be you have to sell your stock. And it depends on what state you are, you're going to be taxed for capital gains when you sell your stock. Now, once you sell your stock, the total amount of stock left would be reduced. Now, let's look at real estate. So you bought a $1.5 million worth of property for a contract price of $1 million using your $100,000 cash with a mortgage from the bank worth $900,000. Now, over time, it has also doubled in value. So your $1.5 million becomes $3 million. Now, what must you do to enjoy some of the profit? You probably think you're going to sell, right? No, don't sell it. The best way to enjoy some of that money would be to refinance. Now, I made my chicken scratch so that it's easier for me to explain it. So the first part is actually the stocks, which is what you have $100,000 in cash that you bought $100,000 worth of stocks, and over time it has doubled in years, and now it's $200,000, right? So for real estate, the property that you bought was $1.5 million, which you agreed to purchase for $1 million. Now, using your $100,000 cash, you borrowed money from the bank worth $900,000. And over time, it has doubled. So your $1.5 million becomes $3 million. Okay? Now, what would you do to enjoy some of that cash? You don't sell the property. You refinance the property, which means you go back to the bank manager and say, "Hi, Mr. Bank Manager. My property was recently appraised for $3 million. I want to pull some of my cash out." Then the bank would actually lend you the money, considering that it has appraised for double, which is $3 million. So let's say the bank would allow you a 90-20 loan to value. That means a 90-10 loan to value is that the bank would allow you to borrow 90% of the $3 million and leaving only 10% as an equity or your skin in the game for that property. So to convert it in numbers, your $3 million, 90% of that is $2.7 million. This is your cash out refinance. So the bank will actually give you $2.7 million, leaving $300,000 equity in your $3 million property. Now, don't forget, when you initially purchased the property for $1 million, you have a mortgage of $900,000. Now, that needs to be paid off before you can actually get your cash out refinance money. So, $2.7 million is your cash out refinance money minus the $900,000 mortgage that you owed the bank when you bought it several years ago. And now you can actually pull out $1.8 million. $1.8 million left for your cash out refinance, which just started several years ago with $100,000. Can you imagine your $100,000 it actually became $1.8 million over a span of time. Now, let's say you don't want to use that 1.8 million for fun. You want your 1.8 million to work hard for you, right? You're using it as your pawns so that they can work hard for you. Now, your $1.8 million can now buy you an $18 million property if the bank would allow 90-10 loan to value. That means you need to put down 10% of the agreed purchase price, right? And 90% of the purchase price will be shouldered by the bank. So your 1.8 million can actually buy an 18 million property. Can you imagine 18 million? Now, don't forget, you still have your first property, which was assessed recently at $3 million. So now your total portfolio is actually 21 million. So how did we arrive with that number? 18 million property that you plan to purchase using your $1.8 million cash out refinance, and you still own the first house, which is worth $3 million. So your total portfolio is $21 million. All right, I hope you learned something from this. This is very powerful. Happy investing!